It is time to look into another deck, this one being the Little Ferret Boy.
Not to be confused with the Little Ferret Girls, currently sleeping underneath my bed.
Of course, this thing was released alongside the Tinkaton deck, which I have already done a video on, so feel free to go check that one out. But as I always mention in these deck videos, if you're here for a thorough examination of the deck, you're not really in the right place. I primarily do this for entertainment. There is the EX coin that comes with this little guy. A little bit scratched there, which kinda sucks. This is more of just a first look. I'm not a professional, so if you're looking for a detailed deck profile, this is not the right place. Alright, so let's dig through all the extras. I've already looked at the coin, but now we have the little quick reference rolls there. We have the playmat, which of course they send paper playmats with this, because this is a play level 1 item. So on one end you have like a kind of poster looking deal, and on the other you have the playmat with more quick reference rolls. Again, player level 1 deck here. Then you have the quick start rolls themselves, and you have the little advertisement paper thingy that kind of tells you a little bit about the deck. So there's the one for Chien-Pao there, which I assume I'm saying that right. I don't remember how to say the name. And then we have the Tinkaton there. And lastly, the most exciting thing that comes with this. Some damage tokens. Exciting. Alright, let's start looking into the deck, but of course, these are a part of the deck as well. You have the code card for this whole thing, and you have the featured boy here. The Chien-Pao? I don't know. Our little EX boy. So he has an ability, Shivery Chill. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may search your deck for up to 2 basic water energy cards, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So that's kind of useful, and at the very least, you'll never be hurting for energy if you have this guy active. But of course, you want to already have 2 energy on him to begin with, so you can use Hail Blade. You may discard any amount of water energy from your Pokemon. This attack does 60 damage for each card you discarded this way. So if you don't discard any, obviously it does no damage. So you're definitely going to need to make a big use of that, or other similar cycling cards, to get a bunch of energies so that you can start sacrificing them with this guy being active. But let's look at the deck box itself. It's pretty stylized, but again, nothing on here that tells you it's our little ferret boy, which just sucks. I really am not liking their deck box changes to just make them worse and worse. No information on the outside as to what it is. I am going to have to start using the label maker and just labeling these things. So, as expected, you're gonna get a lot of water energy in here. So we're gonna skip through all of that. Then we have the Nemona, of course, draw 3 cards. Wow, I have 4 of those. I thought you only had 3 of her in the other one. I could be wrong. Of course, you gotta have your Great Ball, but we have our Arctibax here, Sharp Fin for 40 and Frost Smash for 80. It's a pretty good all-rounder for a secondary form here. Of course, we have the Baby form, which just has Tackle for 30, takes 2 energy. Very nice-looking card, though, I'll give it that. Then we have the Buizel, another basic boy there. When we have the Marl, another basic, but 70 HP, not too bad, and then 20 damage, heal 20 damage from this Pokemon. That's actually pretty useful. Let's see here, then we have Baxcalibur, the whole reason that you had the evolution line to begin with. He actually has an ability though, Super Cold. As often as you would like during your turn, you may attach a basic water card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Really? That is going to be okay. Now, this is starting to make more sense to me. I mentioned in my previous video that I was, in the Tinkaton video, that I was told that this card was considered more competitively viable than the Tinkaton, and I didn't fully see how. Now I do, because of these 2 in tandem. You can just constantly be throwing out water energies. If you have this guy active, you can at least guarantee to get 2 energies in your hand, then immediately use both energies and whatever other energy you might have, using other cards in here, other trainers to cycle through your deck to get more and more. Yeah, you can really power this guy up a lot using this guy. That is an interesting little build. So we have our Floatzel, Hydro Pump, 50 plus. Its attack does 20 more damage for each energy attached to this Pokemon. So again, you don't. I was afraid that I was going to say that you had to remove energy, but no, this one does say for each one attached, because you don't want to have a bunch of cards that rely on you throwing away energies. No, this one does the opposite. It benefits from you having a bunch of energies on him, and then because you have a bunch of energies on him, you can put him, Well, take them out of the active spot, put them on the bench, and then start stealing the energies back using it with Chien-Pao. So we have a Azumarill Bubble Drain for 50 damage, heals 30 damage. That's also useful with a 120 HP Pokemon. And then Slam, flip 2 coins. Its attack does 100 damage for each heads, so pretty powerful there. Delibird, Double draw 2 cards, Ice Swing, 30 damage. Of course, we have the Youngster, shuffle your hand to your deck and draw 5 cards. Good for cycling for energies, I suppose. Of course, energy retrieval had to be in this deck, because you're going to need a lot of them. Nest Ball, searching for a basic Pokemon. Pokegear, top 7 cards of your deck. Reveal a supporter card you find there and put it in your hand. Of course, Switch is always essential. We have Brushix as just a standalone basic here, the 100 HP. Vivid Charge. Search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards, reveal them and put them in your hand. And again, if you have Baxcalibur active using his ability, that's another 3 energy you can start throwing out onto the field. Like, that is nutty. And then Wave Splash for 60. Of course, you have Jack, and you have the Pal Pad. Look for 2 more supporter cards. I was kind of excited to try out the Tinkaton deck. I figured that would be a fun one to go through and try. I'm honestly more excited for this one now. Like, it's a pretty weird build. I don't know. Again, I'm not a professional by any means. Like, do not come here looking for advice. For all I know, everything I said in this video is wrong. But I could, you know, I don't know how useful this deck would be at the very high ends, right? Obviously not this deck itself, but a modified version using our little Ice Ferret. Like, I don't know how, like, if that would end up being like, you know, one of the top higher decks used. But it definitely seems like there's a lot of room for improvement with this thing, although it is pretty gimmicky. Which I guess from what I've learned from the Pokemon TCG so far, because I've been a collector most of my life, not really a player, gimmicky just kind of seems to be the way that the Pokemon TCG works, and I love it. Anyways, we are going to do the bonus card of the day. These are cards that I added singles specifically to go in this segment, along with some other additional cards that have been added. Let's see, we have... Yep, just a standard card this time around, not in a sleeve or anything like that. I always leave these as they are whenever I get them. But no whitening or anything, this is going to be a very modern card. We have, yes, the Armor Rogue, I'll say Trainer Gallery. Trainer Gallery is not a thing anymore. The Armor Rogue illustration rare. This was actually not a card that I purchased, rather one that my girlfriend purchased from, well, from buying some packs and opening them. She pulled the Armor Rogue. I absolutely love this boy, and this was one of those cards that was on my list that I just wanted to pull, and I'm so happy to finally have it. To be honest, I would have been happier to pull it on camera in a video, but the fact that I still have it at all just makes me happy. So if you guys enjoyed this video, click this button down below, and hopefully I will see all of you guys next time. Goodbye for now. I just bumped the camera. What a way to end a video.